I know every single competitor that I have, and even the most basic of med spa agencies, they just can't cut it because they just don't have the experience. They're not in it long enough. I honestly would say always try to get case studies for the first 3 to 6 months. Like, don't even think about charging someone for that, for the services, when you don't even have like skill set. Thing is, saturated. Yes, it's saturated with people like yourself that don't know shit. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Where you calling from, man?
Nebraska in the United States. Yeah.
Pretty out there, man. Is it snowing?
No, it's not snowing. It's actually been super warm for the time of year it is.
Crazy, man. That's pretty far out. I mean, I'm pretty like well versed with the US, but Nebraska, that's been a minute since someone said anything about that place.
Yeah. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
So real quick,
shoot, man.
The questions I'm gonna ask, they're like embarrassingly beginner level, I feel.
All good.
But
all good.
So where I'm at, I'll give you an idea of where I'm at.
Yeah, man.
I've closed. I haven't even collected money, but like 3 clients I've tried working with, they always said yes, and then they ended up like kind of just ghosting me, and I don't know why. But I think the main reason was because I didn't like push them very hard at all, because I feel like I can't deliver on my part. And a big reason as to why is because I'm afraid to have to teach them I use Go High Level. I'm afraid to have to teach them the software, and I'm afraid about what they're going to think about the scripts that I provide them and all that jazz.
All right, so let me ask you this. If you're afraid, why don't you just handle the contacting yourself? Why don't you just do the full stack, like the full circle?
So I'm working a 40-hour job right now. And so that's kind of where my career path was headed. And then I was like, I don't want to do that at all. I think it'd be pretty badass to own like a huge like plumbing enterprise business thing. But it's just not for me. So I decided.
Why did you not do plumbing? Why did you not do that niche rather than med spa? Because that's actually something where it could benefit you, where you're just generating leads. Because most plumbers want to contact their own leads, whereas in medical spas or just anything aesthetics, they probably want you contacting the leads.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I never really thought of that. Like, I was just attracted to the idea that med spas had a lot of money. I guess like they're just able to make a lot.
I would say you could make more in the man, anything. Like, if you see my videos, man, anything in the blue collar is 100% gonna make you money if you know what you're doing, and you have the gift that, like, how long have you been like implement?
Year and some months.
All right, so you have the gift of the gab. You understand like how operations within being a plumber works, and maybe perhaps like you said, you work for your father, or it's your father's business, right?
Yeah.
It's the same situation. And how does he get his quotes? Like, how does he find business?
He bids on jobs. So the plumbers would be like,
okay, I get it, man.
What?
I'll speed it up along so I can save you some time. I'll make sure that you get all the answers you need. Why don't you just use him as a case study? Run meta ads on his side of things and do all the contacting of the leads that generated on his account. And obviously he has to cough up the ad spend.
He's not a plumber. He runs, so there's like a difference between plumbers and utility companies.
Sure.
Utility companies basically just like, plumbers is everything that's like 4-inch pipe and like under, and like all the inside stuff. You have to be certified to be able to do that. Yeah. On his thing, he just like gets bids and then works under plumbers, if that makes sense. So he doesn't do anything with like selling at all.
Okay. He just does the service. Like, he doesn't do any. Then so I'm sure he wouldn't turn down extra jobs, right?
No.
Then, dude, you literally have a blue ocean, wide ocean of literally a client right there who is your dad, who you could tell him, hey, let's run some ads. Whatever leads come in, I'll contact them and I'll generate business. And that's, if you do that for 3 months, generate a case study, then outreach to plumbers in maybe like 100-mile radius of where you're at. You could just tell them, hey, this is exactly what I did for my father. And then boom, I can make it work for you too. And you pay me $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month to run your ads and contact the leads. Or you can supply scripts to those guys to contact the leads for you. You have 2 options: run ads or run ads and contact the leads. I'm just saying, man, the med spa industry. I'll say, like, why aren't you using the tools to your advantage? You literally have a year plus experience in something that you already have a blank canvas of an ad account like you literally. I mean, all you have to do is convince your dad to spend $500 on ads over the course of a month, which I'm sure he has. Or if you really wanted to, you could do it yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and it wouldn't be too like you're not going to get too numerous amount of leads with that, but at least you have like a canvas and it's something that you're a little bit more versed in rather than going to something blind. And if I was to start it all over again, bro, like I do have a large med spa agency, but if I was to start it all over again, bro, I do roofing, I do painting, I do like home renovation, anything blue collar, like all that trade shit is 100% where the money is, big
Yeah.
time, bro. Like what made you take the med spa side of things? Because you saw someone else do it.
Yeah. Like everybody else that's in the med spa niche, you know.
Well, I mean, you want to have a full stack agency, like you want to make a shit ton of money. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
Dude, this industry is crazy, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even telling you this because I'm saying this, but I know every single competitor that I have, and even the most basic of med spa agencies, they just can't cut it because they just don't have the experience. They're not in it long enough. But you could literally go into a niche where you already have 1 year plus of knowledge. That the only thing you really need to crack is making a good ad because you already know. Like, if you have like let's just say someone calls you. I'm sure there's like a business number that your dad has, right? That
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
people call him up for like jobs, like every once in a while. Maybe not common, but like there's a number there that if he's in a phone book, people call. He does their services,
Yeah.
so you know exactly how those calls probably go, and that you could have those calls with leads that you generate for his business. You could literally I honestly would say always try to get case studies for the first 3 to 6 months. Like, don't even try to don't even think about charging someone for that, for the services when you don't even have like skill set. You already have the skill set for this. That as soon as you maybe get some half decent results for your father, that even if you convert one person in 3 months with $500 ad spent over the course of 3 months, so $1,500. That even if you convert one person, you now know that this actually could work and you could immediately start charging freaking plumbers nearby. Now, when it comes to the outreach side of things, it might be easier to contact plumbers. And all you do is go on freaking google.com, plumber near me, Google my business, numbers easily. The outreach thing is on lock. And you
Yeah.
can translate that onto go high level, like literally, I'm sure you know how to like scrape numbers and
Yeah.
names and then just, do a text blast to like every single city in Nebraska and then expand from there. You could literally get like two clients in probably by the end of the month if you swap niches this quick.
That's actually a good point. Yeah.
And it accommodates if you're actually doing 40. I mean, I'm sure you're getting paid a decent amount if you're getting more than minimum wage.
Oh yeah. I think I'm just under $4,000 a month. Yeah.
Dude,
Which is okay.
like, bro, okay, how old are you?
19.
Yeah, that's more, bro. You got more than enough money that like if this call doesn't go in the right direction, at least I'm telling you what you need to do. You could literally have that be like you can make $4,000 a month by just having like 2, 3 clients in the plumbing niche. But like money isn't really a too big an issue right now. And I'm sure you have your own expenses, but nothing crazy. You live with your parents.
Actually moved out with my girlfriend. But
Okay.
yeah, on average we save about $3,000 or more a month. So we're good.
Dude, all you need to do is like for the next, I'd say from now until end of the year, somehow first it should take less than a day to convince your dad to run ads on whatever. Like, does he ever Google my business? Like when you search him up, does this shit pop up?
No.
What's his company name? Right. It's a construction company though. It's like blue
Yeah.
collar.
And he's got a huge network of people too that I could probably get in with,
Exactly,
you
bro.
know.
Like you literally have a gold mine in front of you. I'm sure he knows a shit ton of contractors or subcontractors or just people in general that are trying to make, that you don't even have to niche down to plumbers just yet. You could honestly make it a local SMMA where you reach out to anyone. Now, obviously, keep it somewhat niche. Like, don't just go freaking do like aesthetics and then go fucking do real estate at the same time. Keep it
Yeah.
within one category, which is construction. Anything,
Right.
anything to do with blue collar work.
Yeah.
Could be freaking, I don't know, like landscaping. Like it could literally be that broad. Um, and reach out to people, see if you can get them. All you need to do is like seriously for the next 3 months, you should just be trying to build case studies. Money isn't a problem, man. You know, like, and you want to create a product where you're not doing full service, like full circle, which is contacting leads, until you start seeing that, hey, oh shit, I got some clients, and this is comparing to what I'm making monthly right now in my job. Once you see that happening, maybe you can start tapering down your hours with plumbing and then focusing on, how do I add to my service that it makes it easier for anyone to move forward. Boom, you already found something. Now, instead of just running ads and giving them scripts to contact leads, you can run ads and hire someone to contact these leads for them. So, like that's a long term, but in your first month, like your goal should be, well, from now until December, so 45 days, find 3 to 5 people that are willing to do this. And that just goes with your discipline, contact, and leads. Like how
Well,
like outreach. How many people you want to contact, how vigilant you want to be. You could scrape. You don't even have to go to your dad and ask him to give you a list.
the company that I work for right now, plumbing, he partners with and does some of their jobs for them. So he's like an
Sure.
outsource. He does
Oh, he
outsource
finds
work.
jobs for people and
Yeah,
he basically gives that person perfect. So that means he has like what, like a plethora of fucking contractors right now. Like
yeah.
I'm sure you have numbers of some of these dudes too.
I know. Yeah, that's true.
So there's your starting point. I don't
Yeah,
know why anyone in their right mind would go into the med spa industry. And I'm not just saying that. Like
I
it's
know.
fucking tough.
I
That's
one of my questions on here was, do you think it's saturated?
no.
And no,
Yes. But
yes,
the thing is saturated. Yes, it's saturated with people like yourself that don't know
right,
shit. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And I'll say it as it is,
yeah,
that
right,
if you have even a smidgen of like ability coupled with experience and understanding of like the actual service, you're smoking everybody. And you literally do within plumbing.
mm-hmm,
You have a year, like you know what I mean? Like you
yeah,
understand everything. You probably know, like you've already done your apprenticeship, right? Or you're currently in that.
yeah. I'm currently in that. Yeah, yeah,
All right, man. You can literally use that as your sales pitch as well. Like I'm an
yeah,
apprenticeship. I'm working under someone. We're currently. You could even BS your fucking results for these people that you eventually pitch. I'm literally working underneath a LLC right now, and the reason why they're getting this much business is all through me and my ads. And
mm-hmm,
you could like pawn off some fake bullshit ads and say, I can do the exact same thing for you. You don't have to pay me a single penny until after one person has paid you something, and I'll take whatever percent. All I want to do is build my name out right now. I'm an apprentice in a place, and I'm trying to build this digital side of things. You could really do a transparency pitch where it's all reliant on someone giving you a shot, and they would,
yeah.
especially if you sit in enough meetings, especially if you call enough people, dude. Like that's good, man. Seriously, plumbing is solid.
I don't know if you had the same issue, but I'm not a very social person, and I don't like to put myself out there. So it's like the route that I want to take, so to speak, is kind of counterintuitive as to how I spend my day and everything. Like not really
Sure. So
doing
what does that
anything.
mean? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like, you feel like that'll affect something?
Like yeah, like the outreach. So with that, my dad knows a lot of people, so a lot of those people know me. And so it's like,
Dude, I already know that's a limiting belief. You reach out to
yeah,
me, we're speaking now. I just gave you advice. You're very honest and transparent with yourself, so you're not going to have a problem with that. It's just about how bad you want it, man. Like you don't even have to call up these dudes. Now, of course, these guys are tradies, so they're probably only going to pick up their phone. They're not going to look at text messages, maybe Facebook, but they don't give a shit about the email. They don't give a shit about this. You could honestly, and I'll draft up a script. I mean, if you give me your script if you write up a new script, like even if it's half-assed, I'll copyright it. I'll actually go over and cover it and say, hey, look, change this, change that, change that. But go halfway, I'll actually finish it up for you, and I'll tell you this is what you should say, because
okay,
you have that kind of honest persona and you have experience within being a plumber, dude. Like there are 25, like you're 19, you're making 4K a month. Plumbers understand how much money one could make in a day, and if a real like entrepreneur, like a plumber, now most people get into trades because they probably think about it. Like I know this because I just know this, and I'm not someone that is anywhere experienced or versed in plumbing as you, even in construction in general. But I know if you did any research in the States, most people that go into blue collar are people that weren't really successful academically. Most of the time. Not saying it's 100% of the time, but
yeah,
more often than not, they're not as academically affluent or whatever. But everyone's like they understand, there's fucking money to be made. That you could turn people who are solo plumbers, or maybe have a team. You could turn them into full blown entrepreneurs, and that could be kind of like your gateway. You know, your SMMA could be more than just helping them get leads and creating jobs for them. Like if you really think long term and you stick to this long enough, bro, there's no fucking way you're not making money from this.
Yeah.
But that's your niche, bro. That's your niche. You have go high level setup, like you're paying for it.
Yeah.
You have a business. Well, you have a US phone number, so it doesn't even matter if you have a business number or not.
Right.
Then, dude, like all you need to do is fucking capture numbers. Let's just do even like a 250-mile radius of your location right now, the epicenter being you, and then reach out to every tradie. That's one form of acquisition. And then another is get onto your fucking dad, see what's up, see if you can even run ads for him. And then literally look at your phone and see who you have right now that you can help.
Yeah.
That are tradies, you know, and that's all you need to do.
I mean, that being said, I don't even know what to.
Whatever you need, man. Seriously, like I'll make it a secondary meeting that maybe this was a little bit not as fruitious as you may have hoped.
No, yeah, it's fine. This definitely helps a lot. I would like to make a second meeting then, because I don't have anything else to talk about right now off the top of my head.
Oh, good, man. I'll reschedule it. That like you don't have to put pay or anything like that, man. But seriously, when it comes to how much work have you put into this right now in terms of the med spa side of things?
It's been 7 months of working probably 4 hours a day or until I fall asleep at my desk. Like, it's been terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you understand that's fine. You understand the operation side of things. Like,
right.
You know how high level works. You whatever other softwares you use, you know how to outreach people. You can get up to speed pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm not at the beginning. I'm like, I just gotta pivot and turn and go.
And the only thing when someone hops niche, their kind of like limiting factor is their knowledge on the actual service. But you're already well versed in this that it'll be a cakewalk. You know, I would say honestly, fuck, like you were doing just lead generation for these people, these med spas.
Yeah, bro.
Like no, like only I'm telling you this, 68 clients right now, maybe 5 of them, if I don't even think that's the case. But let's just say 5. 5 of my clients contact the leads. 60 plus, we contact the leads. You know, like I have a call center contacting these leads. That I would not want a client contacting leads on my behalf, because I know they're not going to do as good a job as me. Yeah. But for your niche, for plumbing, it's 100% the way you want to have it.
Right.
And you could charge crazy. You could charge crazy fees, because one job, I don't know how much a job costs. Like what? Like, see, I don't know shit about plumbing, but let's just say someone wants like, I don't know, like what's a typical like good job or installation? Like
new water heater installation.
And how much does that run someone for?
Probably like 500 plus.
$500.
Yeah, for one.
Is there anything that's like in the 4-figure range?
I mean, besides like leaks, like a water line replacement or like a leak fix would probably be $2,000 to $8,000.
What about like installation? Like is plumbing under the category of like heating and cooling?
No. Heating and cooling is its own thing. Plumbing is its own thing. Electrical is its own thing, and so on down the road. But like you said before, I could just have like one big open niche where it's like niche down into heating and air, plumbing, electrical, so-and-so, blah, blah.
Seriously, like you could just take what you can get now, and then once you start seeing traction amongst now, I would say HVAC, you know, like, because that's like heating, ventilation, you know, air conditioning. That's like, you know what I mean? Like that's 4-in-1 pretty much, or 3-in-1 right there. With plumbing, that you don't really need to go that broad. Like you can literally do HVAC, plumbing. Yeah. And like, you know, you probably have the gift of the gab for all those things, that you could literally talk about that and have a good understanding. And it's not like course knowledge. It's literally you really were there and
in the field
understanding shit. So like, you're in the trenches, bro. You know exactly what you need to do. And yeah, man, you could seriously like draft a list up of leads now to contact. You could contact your dad. You could contact other people. Write up a script. I'll set up another 15-minute meeting, bro. Send me the script. I'll review it, and we can go from there. Seriously. Hey, man, like, seriously, there's very few people doing an actual SMMA. You know, like legitimate SMMA. Not, you know, like gurus helping other guru or helping other freaking dudes like yourself grow an agency, and they don't have
Right.
one.
Right.
You know, like their business model is scaling of their agencies. You know, that's
Yeah.
how they make money. Their business model isn't like, I don't mind, you know, chopping 30 minutes out of my day to meet one to one with like maybe 3 people a day.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, like
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't really do more than that. But again, I'll reschedule a 15-minute meeting,
Sounds
bro,
good.
free of charge
Yeah.
that we can seriously get to it. Like, see, this is the thing. These SMMA guys won't tell you this shit because there's a business aspect to it. Now, I'm not even talking SMMA anymore. I'm telling you business. If you have the ability to, you know, acquire leads yourself, like you just know how to do it,
Yeah.
which is outreach, knocking on doors, bro. If you really fucking want to, you knock on doors, hand out leaflets and say, I'm a fucking plumber, hire me. You know,
Yeah.
if you don't want to go that route, you go digital wise and Facebook ads, Instagram ads, boom. Hire dudes off. I don't know where you guys hire people, but not maybe well experienced was not cowboys where they just do some bullshit jobs. That you could build out a team and you could make $1 million a month business by just being a plumber, not even being a fucking
No.
SMMA owner.
Yeah. Yeah.
You literally go down either route, you can make money both ways. You could
Yeah.
have the shittiest ad ever. If the person's good on the phones, that's way better than having the best ad possible and shitty, you know, customer service.
Yeah.
So just understand that. Like having being a beast on the phones is way better than not being uh than being good at ads.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean,
Good piece, man.
you might need to hire people, but again, you know,
I mean, they
seriously,
talk to them all the time. Like plumbers are always talking to people, so I kind of
exactly.
doubt it, but yeah, I know what you mean for sure.
Exactly. But most of these guys are just like they're it's just a day to them. If you have that like killer mindset where you're like, oh shit, like I could see that there's money to be made here, like you'll start your parlance will just improve gradually, and you'll be like, oh shit, I can't stand being around these fucking like people that are just working to make a living and that's it and leave it at that. Like I need more. So
Yeah.
if you have that in you, bro, you'll have no problem figuring things out yourself. But I'll give you a little bit of guidance if you need it.
Cool. Yeah, I definitely have that maybe to
Hey man,
yeah.
you'll see.
Yeah.
Again, man, I would say delay the charging people and
Really?
focus on yeah, man, focus on good case studies, bro.
Okay.
Like 3 months of solidified, you know, like if you got like 3 people giving you feedback and like think about this. Imagine you could only grow your business with referrals, you know? So now your focus is how do I make these guys say, holy fucking shit, this Braden guy knew what the fuck he was doing. He helped me. I gotta let my homies know that are also in the business. You
Yeah.
know?
And
Boom.
that's
You already got
plumbers are
referrals.
all like interlinked and know each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly, bro. Like it's the referral pathway. I know a few guys that are in like painting, that are in roofing, and I do have to hard stop in a second, but literally all they do is like 90% of their growth is through referrals. They don't even run paid ads. When
Yeah.
you see a dude doing paid ads for like roofing and stuff like that, no, I would still recommend that. It makes me think like, what's your referral pathway like? You know, like do you get a lot of referrals? Yes or no? Maybe not if you're heavily investing on ads. But again, you know, you probably have the pants, the cargo pants, for all that shit. Like, bro, like you could really show that you know what the fuck you're talking about in
Yeah,
this niche if you want to do an SMMA. But
totally.
again, get to work, man. Contact me when you have that list.
Will do.
I gave you my email, so we can reschedule. We can speak again for 15.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, man.
No problem, bro. No problem. Good to see you as well.
You as well. Bye-bye.
Take it easy, man. Peace.